Welcome back to my next playthrough series. Yes, we're back to Venom Assault. It's been over 3 years since I played this on my channel. It's an awesome deck building game. It's kind of G.I. Joe ripoff, but you know what? It's awesome. I looked at the G.I. Joe deck building game, but I have this one, and I have the expansion as well, which we're going to be playing with, the Villains and Valor, which adds some really cool things to the game, just all incorporated in. And we're going to be doing two-player solo or two-handed solo. I don't know, so many games say solo mode, play two characters. Well, to me, that's just a two-player game. But anyway, it's a co-op game. So basically, any co-op game can be played solitaire, obviously, because you're doing co-op. All right, so our basic starting hand, and I'm not going to go through all the details and everything because we've played this a couple times already. There's some other playthroughs, how to plays and stuff out there on the intratubes and doing a really good job. So basically in our hand we have 4 commando cards and we have 6 recruit cards. And we'll get into the details of this when we start playing them. And so I'm going to be shuffling those up. So we're just finishing up the setup, basically. Now, the event deck has been set up a specific way according to the new rules in the Villains and Valor expansion. So I've put that together per the instructions in here, and you can see it comes with these dual cards now, the expansion. Very cool. And this is creating the event deck. I'm not going to run through all of this. If you want to read it, you can, but this is how I've created our event deck. And we have a mission, a top secret mission. And we also have something called medals that come with the expansion. So we're going to be playing with those as well. So what we do, so we have player 1 on the left-hand side is going to be our commander. Always the commander. We're going to look at turn order here. He gets to look at 2 of these and choose which one he wants. Now, let's have a look. So we can have the Bronze Star of Marksmanship. When a combat where at least 3 Venom support characters were drawn to support the Venom leader. And then our reward would be recruitment. Once per game, use this card to get 5 recruit points. Or play at least 2 Freedom Squadron cards with the air abilities in a single turn. Bronze Star of Aerial War. You know what? We're going to take the Bronze Star of Aerial War. So that's something we are striving for as the commander. And this one will go to the bottom of our deck. And player 2 also gets a choice of medals to strive for. Recruit at least 3 cards in a single turn. Or capture at least 3 Venom leaders. And by capturing leaders, it just basically means you defeat them. So I will... What am I going to do? I think we're going to keep the Venom leaders, and then once per game, use this card to reduce a Venom leader's health by 3. And yes, you can see victory points on these things. It's just whatever. We're playing co-op. I don't really care about victory points. All right, to the bottom of the deck. So we do have a whole bunch more. If we complete one of our medals, we immediately get to look at 2 more and pick another one. So there we go. All right, trying to get everything organized here. We've got a bunch more setup to do. So let me just get organized and let's, I guess, take a look at our mission and see what it is we're trying to do, and then we've got a little bit more setup to do. Alright, we are doing Revenge of Venom. It says, Uplink has designed an experimental orbital laser core that should boost our communications around the world and power through Venom jamming. We just discovered the Chameleon has infiltrated Freedom Bastion and stolen the prototype. Venom used it to create a weather-dominating device and is on the verge of controlling the world's weather unless we can turn the tides. So our setup is locate the Hydromaster Mark 59, the Ion Correlator, and the Experimental Laser Core. Randomly choose 11 other reward cards to make up the reward deck. So that's what I've done here. This is already set up, and we'll give that a shuffle here in a second. And then locate Chameleon. He is one of the Venom leaders, so I've done that. And 13 other random Venom leaders to make up the Venom leader deck. Our victory conditions. We need to collect the Hydromaster Mark 59, the Ion Correlator, the Experimental Laser Core, and defeat Chameleon. And we'll get into these events as they happen. Of course, we start with the 0 event. So this is Venom ramping up the pain as we go through the game. All right, some setup. We have to put out Venom leaders and rewards now on all of the board locations. Okay, so we're going to put the Revenge of Venom up here where the mission card goes. We will have an active event card, and so to complete the setup, so we got our event deck built, we have a reward deck built, we have our Venom leader deck built. We're going to take our reward cards, we're going to give them a shuffle. Now we're looking for those 3 specific ones to complete this mission and defeat Chameleon. We don't have to defeat everybody else. We have to find the 3, and 1 reward is going to go down in every location. So out here at the Venom Mountain Defense, Venom Sky Temple, Venom Air Dominator, we have the Venom Underwater Station, we have the Venom Arctic Stronghold, we have Venom Island, we also have the captured oil rig off the shore. All right. The rest of the rewards will go in the reward deck, and likewise Chameleon is in here somewhere, and all of these leaders are going to be face up. We'll look at their details when and if we need to attack them. They might have some global effects as well that we need to deal with, so let's just do this quick. All right, out here on Venom Mountain Defense we have Professor Mortis. Oh, great. They're all terrible, so we'll get into their details when we need. Does he have any? Doesn't have any global abilities. Next up, Gorgon. Oh man, he's a pain. He's going to be here at the Venom Sky Temple. Next, Venom Air Dominator gets Jackknife. No zone specific abilities. Okay. Okay. Underwater Station. We get Backdraft. No global effects. So far, no global effects. No, I shouldn't have said that. All right, up here to the Arctic region, we have Hex, Combat Phase. All right, we have to worry about global effects for her. And next up, we have Stiletto, Tactical Phase. Still no global effects, which is good. And lastly, we have... No! Oh my god, this guy's just brutal. Because it's global effect, Tactical Phase. All other Venom leaders gain 1 extra recruit. And he's over there on the captured oil rig, and we'll put the rest of those back. Oh, dang it. He is the worst one to have out. Now, he was randomly selected because this is all the ones we didn't select. So, unfortunately, we got the leader out there. Ooh, he's a tough cookie. Okay, we also need to put cards into our training ground, and we have a giant pile of Freedom Squadron to choose from. And again, we won't go through the details of these. Let's just, oh my god, there's so many cards here. Yes, I'm just going to randomly give it a bit of a half-hearted shuffle here because, okay. A huge pile. With the expansion, you get a ton. All right, I'm just going to lay out 5 cards here off the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this is our Freedom Squadron thing. So we've got Big Irish, and this is the recruitment cost. So he costs 9 to recruit. We've got Sledge costing 5, and we'll get into their details as we go. We got a 3 recruit, Trailblazer, a couple more. We have the Sky Carrier costing 7, and I grabbed an extra card because these are very thin cards. I should probably sleeve them. And we have Orchid, and there we go. So we've got a couple of vehicles out here. We've got 3 different squad characters. Okay, that's it. So let's take a little look at how the turn operates, and then I guess we'll get into some gameplay. Alright, so let's consult the back of the basic Venom Assault rulebook. Very cool art too. I don't know, this game is actually very, very fun. So the quick reference. So I'm not going to go to the details of every one of these, but you can see the first thing is the event phase. Commander only. Now, player 1 is our commander, so this phase only happens at the beginning of his turn. Then we have a recruitment phase. We're going to be recruiting some characters from, is this an HQ? Or something less, headquarters, recruit area. And then we have a tactical phase if we choose to attack one of the Venom leaders. Which, early on, may be a bad idea. If we do choose to attack one of the Venom leaders, we go through all of these steps, and then we go to the combat phase against a Venom leader. And then what's really neat about this game, you have a retirement phase. You may choose to retire 1 card from your current cards in play. So it's an automatic end of your turn deck thinning ability built right into the game. Very cool. And then we have all the end of turn. And all these things need to be done in a specific order as well. I will try to keep track of stuff. You know me. There could be comments. There could be corrections at the end of the video. Could be complete mess-ups. Well, I will try my best. All right, that's basically everything set up. We know what we need to do. We need to find those items. We need to take out Chameleon, who never showed up yet. So we've got to do some digging through the Venom leader deck to get to Chameleon. And, of course, we have to find the specific rewards as well. All right, let's quickly shuffle up player 1's hand and player 2's hand, and we'll be drawing 5 cards. So for player 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. First 5 cards for player 1 will be a commando, recruit, commando. All right, there we go. So that's player 1's hand, who will be taking his turn here in a second. And player 2. We also have teamwork introduced in the expansion, which functions very much like coordinate in all the legendary games. Basically how that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all our basic cards, as I mentioned in the setup. So we got commando, recruit. And you cannot attack a Venom leader unless you have a character, not a vehicle, a character that has the double gun symbol, the attack symbol here. So recruits cannot lead a strike against a Venom leader. So just so you know that. All right, that is it. And let's do, I guess, first turn of the game. All right, turn 1, what do we do? Well, we check our quick reference. Commander only. Commander's going first. Apply global effects that take place during the event. We have no global effects. Ooh, we do. We have 1, which I didn't forget about, but there we go. Yikes. All right, global effect for our leader. Oh, he's terrible. And now, draw 1 card from the event deck and resolve it. Our event deck's over here, so we'll zoom down and get doing that. All right, we're starting off with player 1, and let's shuffle up our event deck. And you saw how it was put together. There's quite a few event cards in here. I don't think we're going to be going that long through the playthrough, but you never know. I'm not sure what you do if you run out of events. It probably tells you in the rule book. Hasn't happened yet, because there is a pile of them. We usually lose or win by then. All right, first event. What do we get? We get, okay, payment to Doomsday. Oh, fantastic. All right, let's zoom down on this and see what horrible thing it has to say. All right, this is one of the expansion cards, as you can see at the bottom here, and it's also one of these dual cards, which is actually pretty cool. So it says, welcome to Payment to Doomsday. Venom's newest recruit, Torrent, threatens to wash away the U.S. West Coast with his Vortex weapon unless they surrender. Freedom Squadron launches an aerial mission to capture him and his new weapon. So there's a global effect here during the tactical phase. Any combat in an air location this round allows the player to place the top 2 cards from their draw deck into play, but increases the Venom's leadership by 3, which means Venom's support, they get 3 extra cards. And this is going to remain in play until, of course, we draw another event which will knock it out. Yikes, that's not great. And there's a location on the board for this card to sit. And the location for this card is right across from the mission card. That is our active, that's our, what do they call, active event card. Sits here, and I'm going to put the global effect there because it does have a global effect. So, a lot of things to keep track of in this game, but well, there we go. Okay, that is the end of the event phase. It is now the recruitment phase. All right, it's recruitment time, and let's take a look at Commando Player 1's commander's turn. And our recruitment value is this little shield icon here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruitment. Now, I believe you play these cards to get your recruitment value, and then this tactical phase, it tells you on the card basically when things trigger. So, like I said, we've got a total of 7 recruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 recruit with our Commander Player 1's turn. And I think, looking at these cards here, I think we're going to go ahead and get Sledge. And Sledge can basically lead an assault with 3 attack dice, or if he's not leading the assault during the combat phase, he can add +1 to the rolled value of combat dice. So you can either do the text on the card If you're not leading, as if you're a support character, or if you're leading the assault, then you cannot use the ability on the bottom. So there we go. So Sledge, actually not a bad character, costing 5 recruit. He'll go into our discard pile. And that's the end. Now, we do not refill this right away. It's going to happen at the end of the turn, so you don't just keep refilling cards. So the extra 2 recruits not going to happen. So now we transition into the tactical phase. And I'm going to take a look at some of the Venom leaders out there. I don't think we're probably going to attack any. It would be probably, well, not suicidal. If you just fail, you fail, and that's it. But we'll have a look. I'll have a look, but I don't think I think we might skip the tactical combat phase and just go right into the retirement phase. Alright, I've had a look at all the Venom leaders, and even if we roll 6 dice, because we have this global ability with the Venom commander out there, adding +1 extra Venom support card to every one of these guys, there's virtually 0 possibility of us taking them out with basic cards. So we're just going to skip the tactical phase, the combat phase. We're into the retirement phase. And I think, oh man, should we retire one of our commandos? I don't think we're going to retire anybody yet. We only got 1 card. We got Sledge. So that goes into our discard pile. And now it is time to get 5 new cards for the end of our turn. So recruit, 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 wow, and commander. So a lot of recruit possibility for our commander's next turn. So we apply global effects. Discard all used Venom support cards. Refill in the empty zones and reward card Venom leader. Refill the training ground to 5 cards. Discard your cards and draw 5. So we basically replace Sledge with another card. The Peacemaker. Ooh, wow, costing 10. Before recruitment phase, before using the other abilities of playing cards, discard your entire hand. End your turn, skipping the end of the turn phase. End of the turn phase, draw 5 additional cards. Holy God. So you can end up drawing 10 cards for your next turn. Oh, wow. It also cost 10 to recruit. All right, that was our commander going. It is over to player 2. Now, we do not draw another event because events only happen on the commander phase, and it is not the commander's turn. All right, over we go to player 2. And so we're skipping that. We're right into recruitment. Player 2 has got commander, commander, recruit, recruit, and recruit. So once again, we're not going to attack anybody because we just really can't. We have some pretty good recruit though. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So player 2 has 8 recruit. So let's take a look down here. We got a 9, we got a 10, a 7, a 10. So the only cards we can actually recruit are the air carrier or the trailblazer. And if we recruit nothing in the new rules for the expansion, you can actually wipe out the entire HQ, like retire all cards here and put 5 new cards in. But I don't think we're going to do that. I think we are going to use 7 of our 8 recruit, and we're going to recruit the Sky Carrier. It's a vehicle, so of course it cannot lead the charge. It's just a support vehicle. It has 3 recruit points, so that's pretty good. So recruitment phase, retire 1 card from your hand to gain twice the card's recruitment value. This is actually very powerful for recruiting really powerful cards. And during the tactical phase, if you're in an air location, you get +1 attack die. So we have 1, 2 air locations right here, the Venom Dominator and the Venom Sky Temple. So we're gonna go ahead and recruit that card. And now it is the retirement phase because we're not attacking anybody, and we can get rid of 1 card. But once again, I think we're going to keep all of our cards for now, and then that's basically the end of the turn. So we're going to refill this, which is going to be bulkhead and rivet. So, oh, in the air instead, add +2 to the rolled value in air. Wow, we want to get that for player 2. All right, and of course the next hand for player 2 will be commando, commando, recruit, 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 and that will be their card for next time. All right, that's going to be it for today. We've done our setup. We know what we need to do. We're already in trouble. I think this game is tough. This is a tough game, but it's very fun. Lots of stuff to keep track of. I will do my best. Check the comments as always if there are any errors, corrections. Sometimes I can catch them, sometimes I do not. I hope I get a pretty clean playthrough. Alright, so thanks so much for watching live, everybody. Really appreciate it. We're into 2025. I can't even believe it. Wow. But anyway, Haven't played this for 3 years, over 3 years, so we're back at it, and we're doing Revenge of Venom. So hope to see you tomorrow for the continuation.